Hi guys, as promised, a little 15-minute video to tide you over while you're having gaps in classes and coaching and whatnot. So it's just 15 minutes. It's to keep the circulation moving, keep your joints moving, and just maybe even just sustain a little bit of muscle tone when there are breaks. If you do this 3-5 times a week, it's going to keep everything ticking over really nicely. These are really healthy movements. You can keep it very restful and light and just work with the breath and not worry about too much alignment-based stuff. Just enjoy the movement, be safe, no pain. Or you can go for the middle ground, which I think is best, which is a light engagement in the sort of Pilates style. Or you can firm up by pulsing firm engagements in the muscles on the exhale, or even if you're accustomed to it, holding firm engagement as much as you can through the whole process, releasing when you need to. So you can really ramp it up or lower it, make it work. I'll tell you something, if you do 15 minutes each day like this, take out what you don't want, add in additional, adapt anything that you need to. Ask me if you're not sure about adaptations. This will work wonders. 3 to 5 times a week, it will do the trick. It's all familiar stuff, nothing to worry about, nothing fancy. If you want something fancy, you have to request it. What else? Yeah, so if you do need to switch out anything because you're avoiding weight bearing your hands or knees, feel free. You can change these movements from all fours, seated, standing, be really adaptable, be really agile in your thinking. Just enjoy it, just enjoy the movement. So start at the top of the mat, feet underneath the hips, grow really nice and tall, and these are your rules of thumb for light muscular engagement all the way through. How intense you make it is really your choice, just as we do in the coaching. So feet under the hips, soften the knees a little bit, press your feet down and find an even distribution of weight between each of your feet. Take some time if you need to with that, and pause the video. Start to push the feet down, find a little bit of a lift through the spine, going all the way up to the crown of the head. Relax your face and your eyes are in the horizon line. Once you've found your horizon line, close your eyes and pay attention to the inside of the body. Crown of the head, lengthening from the very top towards the ceiling. And these are your key things to remember all the way through. Shoulders are drawing back and down like they're lightly melting into your back pockets. There's a very light squeeze around the abdomen, like you're wearing a really nice dress or a really nice suit and you want everything to be just slightly smooth. So as you exhale, just a slight drawing in. To remember, so I would describe it as the first notch on your disco belt. And then just a slight squeeze of the butt. If you want firm engagement on the butt, you can go for it, but you won't be able to hold it very long. So just a slight lift and tuck. So shoulders back and down, slight engagement around the abdomen, slight squeeze of the butt, feet pressing into the ground, and you'll feel your pelvic floor if you're paying attention. Lift. That's it. That's all you need. Variations on that. Grow tall, take a deep breath in, and as you breathe in, reach your arms up towards the ceiling, gaze up, and then exhale to sweep them down. 2 more times. Inhale to reach up. And exhale, sweep down. Really circle as widely as you can. 1 more time. Inhale up. And at the top now, weave your fingers together. Reach the palms up. Squeeze your belly in. Exhale. If you take a side bend, so swing, palm. Inhale to center. Exhale over to the other side. Inhale to center. And exhale. Soft forward fold. Deep bend of the knee. Sweep the arms wide as you come down into a soft forward fold. Doesn't matter where your hands get to. On your inhale, bring your hands to your shins. Halfway lift. Nice flat back, parallel with the ground, gazing at the floor. Shoulders drawing back. Exhale, draw the belly up and hinge from the hips. Standing forward fold. Hang out here for a couple of breaths. Just wiggle the shoulders around. It doesn't matter whether your knees are bent. It doesn't matter whether your hands are on the floor. Your upper body's relaxing. The legs are long. The knees can be bent, that's fine. Just have a light pedal of the legs here. Just a little, very light. If you let your head hang heavy, you can roll some circles with your head if that feels good for you, it's your choice.
And from here, come to a halfway lift position again, hands to shins, nice parallel spine. Hold it for another breath. Little tightness in the legs. Lovely. And soften the knees. Inhale to reach up. Weave the palms together again. Reach the palms towards the ceiling. Take another squeeze to the side. Draw the belly in. It's the waist that's stretching. Inhale to center. Exhale to the side. Inhale to center. Exhale, soft forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Soften the knees. Inhale, circle up. Exhale, soft forward fold. Deep bend in the knees. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, hinge from the hips, standing forward fold. From here, we're going to make our way to all fours. So you can either bend your knees and bring your hands flat to the floor, or you can get that however you want. Step your feet back as if you're going into downward facing dog, and then lower the knees down to the ground underneath the hips, and then arrange your position so that your knees are under your hips and your hands are under your shoulders. You got a nice long spine. Gently, gently drawing the belly up. Flatten out the feet. 3 rounds of cat-cow. So going to inhale, lift the heart, lift the tailbone, sink the spine. And then exhale to round, stretch through the arms, maybe draw the belly up. Really stretch the shoulders. Inhale to open it up, cow pose. Lift the heart, lift the tailbone. Exhale to round. One more, don't let those shoulders come up towards the ears. Inhale to lift the heart and lift the tailbone. And exhale to round. And come back to neutral. Really nice standard neutral, belly drawing up lightly, still pressing the shins and the tops of the feet into the ground. We go side to side. So exhale, squeeze, right hip and right shoulder together. Inhale to center, exhale left. 2 more on each side. Inhale to center. Exhale right. Inhale center. Exhale left. Inhale center. Exhale right. Do all of this at your own pace. And then exhale to the left. Good. Inhale to center. And now everyone's favorite, melting heart. Slide the arms forward. Doesn't matter how far you go, but sink your chest down towards the ground. Keep those shoulders drawing back towards the back pockets, but let them squeeze together. So it is a deep stretch. We know this. We all know this. This can really take your breath away while you're sort of getting the hang of it, while you're building that back bending, that's mobility in the shoulders. When you're tight, and particularly breathtaking, you do not have to go so deep. You can have your head off the floor or stack your hands or your fists underneath your forehead, but you do want that feeling of back bending, bums sticking up in the air, sliding the chest down towards the ground. It should feel not painful, but strong. When you're ready, you're going to come back up to tabletop. Walk the hands back under the shoulders, tuck the toes, downward facing dog coming up. So lift those hips up and back, draw the shoulders back towards the hips, hand pedal here. If you are new to dog still, you're building strength, you can come in and out. You can go through child's pose, you can come to all fours, take breaks. Downward facing dog is full body strength, so don't expect it to be perfect. If you love downward facing dog, then you can hang out here and stretch as much as you want. Feels good. Excellent. Couple more pedals. Keep breathing. I know it's pretty hard work. You're not into dog. When you're ready, we're coming back to all fours. And we are going to do some little tricep dips. So we're just going to stick with this box shape here. You can do your tricep dips in any other variation that we do, but don't go for big, strong ones because you're not warm enough. So draw the shoulders back and down, belly up, nice long spine, press into the tops of the feet. And as you exhale, elbows draw back, lower your forehead about halfway towards the ground, and then lift for 2 more. Lift. Last one. Lower, and then lift. Lovely stuff. Tuck the toes, sit your bum back towards the heels, slide your arms forward, stretch out your spine. Reaching forward. Good stretch. When you're ready, walk your hands over to the right, take a big stretch, draw that left hip back towards the left heel. Just let your body press back into your toes. And remember, adaptations are welcome, anything you need. Take a walk back to center and then over to the other side. And keep this all really brisk. And we'll walk back to center. And we are going to come to seated. So keep your knees down, walk your hands back. And you can cross over your ankles, your bum on the floor, feet come forward. Shuffle to the middle of the mat. Ready for some boat work. So again, familiar, this is core work. Keep your feet down. Again, we're not looking for deep strengthening here. We just want to get things moving. So feet stay down, stay tall to start with. Reach your arms forward. You know how to dial this up or dial it down. Don't go back too far. Keep your abs engaged. If you want to dial it up, you can introduce alternating legs. If you're feeling very strong, you can keep both legs lifted. We're just going to keep feet on the floor and do this smoothly and with control. So go tall, abs are in, shoulders back and down. Exhale to roll back. Tailbone tucks under a little way. Keep engaged. And then inhale to lift. Exhale back. Inhale, lift. Don't go too far back. That's cheating. Just maximum halfway. Very small movements. You want to keep your heels on the floor. Doesn't matter if the toes lift. Keep the legs a little tight. Keep the abs a little tight. A little control. We'll do 5 more maximum. You can take rest. 5, 4. Remember, you can lift alternating legs or both. 3, you can hold both legs lifted. 2, 1. Come back to center. Grow nice and tall. Hopefully, just feel a little bit of warmth in the middle somewhere. Brilliant. We're going to switch this into a twisted movement so that you can feel the waist of it as well. So if you need to rest your abs, go ahead, take a moment. Otherwise, draw the shoulders back and down, hands to heart. If you stay upright, it's still a lot of effort, but more controllable. If you want to intensify this, lean back a little way, but we are not tapping, we're just twisting. So keep your abs engaged, attention on the waist, legs still, shoulders in your back pockets. Grow tall, take a deep breath in, and exhale to twist. Inhale to center, exhale, twist. So keep your eyes in line with your fingertips. You can do as many or as few as you want, please. I'm saying let's do 5 since we're here. 3. Keep breathing. 4. Remember, if you breathe and exhale, it's going to work a lot better. 5. Breathe on your exhale. Back to center, all the way up. Keep your feet where they are. Let the knees flop open. So you're making a big diamond with your legs. Really tall. Rest your hands on your shins somewhere and round forward. If you'd rather hug your knees in towards your chest or have a child's pose or whatever, that's completely fine. Just chill out, take a stretch. We'll bring this onto our sides in a moment for a little bit of glute work and a little bit on our backs, and that's it, we're done. So hopefully this is the peak. This is where you feel, hopefully, a little warmth somewhere in your abs. You're more likely to feel warmth if you're kind of tired and full up with Christmas, I would imagine. So pouring hot scorn on Christmas. But hey, that's how I roll. I'm sure you all have a lovely Christmas. Anyway, let's inhale all the way back up. Have a nice little rest. These knees are going to turn to the side. It doesn't matter which side you work on. You choose. We do a few different really good glute exercises. I'm going to avoid our squats and whatnot today because I want something easy for technique. If you know something else you'd rather do for your glutes, do it. We're just going to do some clamshells. So we're going to go a maximum of 6 on each side. Feet draw back, knees bent,
Knees are together, feet are stacked, feet are in line with the sitting bones. I'm just lying on my side with my head resting on my hand. You could have a cushion on your arm if you wanted to recline even more. Draw your belly up so that it's not sinking towards the ground. Just imagine you're scooping it upwards a little bit, just very lightly. And as you exhale, lift your top knee, squeeze your butt, your top butt particularly. You'll feel resistance. And then inhale to lower. Exhale, lift. Inhale, lower. Maximum of 6. 3, 2, 1. That probably was 5, wasn't it? Let's do one more. Good. Now keep your left hand on the floor with your elbows slightly lifted if you're lying on your right side. Your top hand is on the floor, elbow lifted. Extend your top leg. So it's just in line with the hip. And 3 little squeezes here. So as you exhale, bring your top knee to your top elbow and then extend. 3, 2, and 1. Brilliant. Hold it there. We're going to do 3 little circles with that top leg. 1, 2, 3. Good. And then release it. Pull your top foot in towards your bum. Draw that foot back for a quad stretch. Really simple quad stretch. So for some of you, that little exercise will have been gluteal torture. For others, it will have been quite light and you just feel a sense of having done something, and that's fine. Some of you may not feel much, in which case, I know it's ironic, but we're probably going to need to work towards better connection with your glutes, because even if that's light for you, it's not nothing. Switch sides. So just going to turn over, feet in line with hips, sitting bones, sorry, knees bent, for clamshells. So feet together as you exhale, pull your belly up, squeeze your bum, exhaling to lift, inhaling to lower for 6. 6. Pay attention to your glutes. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Top arm, the hand is on the floor, the elbow is slightly elevated. Extend your top leg in line with your hips, so not too high. As you exhale, squeeze the knee towards the elbow and then extend. 3, 2, 1. Hold that top leg where it is in line with the hip. 3 little controlled circles, and then restack the knees. See how quick and easy that is. Pull your top foot in towards your bum, give a stretch. Quad stretch. All of this stuff, if you train with me, you have up-level versions, you know how to make it more intense. To be honest, for a quick 15 minutes, you don't want to make things really that intense. We're going to roll on top backs from here. Last little bits. So, we've done plenty. We're going to do 3 rounds of dynamic bridge, 3 rounds of wipers. You can up it, you can reduce, you can make it work for you. If you love one of these postures, just go for it. Just get stuck in. But for time, we're just going to do 3. So feet in line with hips, knees lined up with hips, arms relaxed out to the side, shoulders relaxed. You can just let go a little bit now. When you're ready, inhale to roll the tailbone up, press into the feet. Don't let your knees collapse. Just lift your hips as high as elbow, push up, and then exhale to release. If you work with me, you know how to intensify these and how to relax them. If you switch the breathing so that you exhale to lift and inhale to lower, that will intensify things and use more muscle. You can keep your abdominal engagement and your glutes engaged, your thighs fired all the way through. Don't let the knees collapse in or out. Last one. I'm just going to do an extra one because they went very quickly. I was chatting. Lovely stuff. When you've released your last bridge, take the feet out wide, knees wide, arms stay wide. As you exhale, roll the knees to the right, turn the gaze to the left. And then inhale to center, exhale the other way.
Really just enjoy the stretch here. It's a short and sweet practice. I think it's probably ended up being more like 20 minutes rather than 15. But in that 20 minutes, we have done some leg stretching with our forward folds. We've done a little bit of side stretching with swaying palm. We've done a little bit of back mobilizing with cat-cow, a little bit of work on the sides. We did a couple of tricep dips, a little bit of core for the sides and for the abs, a little bit of glutes, and now stretching it all out again. Lovely stuff. You're all done. So you can carry on. You do that whole sequence again. If you did that whole sequence again 2 more times, that's a pretty decent workout. Actually, you could increase intensity all the way through. You'll find each round gets better. You can just chill, lie down. You can make a note of all those moves because they're all familiar to you, and just do them at the pace that you want. But if you do that every day or every other day, 15 minutes, 20 minutes, you will very quickly notice the general shift in how you feel, in your strength, in your mobility, especially if you do it at the beginning of the day before you get started. So yeah, good one. And I'll see you probably in a week's time when we get back to class. See you later.